Hey guys, since the last game against Manchester United, we've been on a weird run of form, some good, some bad. This is the second video in my series, by the way. So I'm going to run you through the games we've had since the Manchester United loss. We had a 4-2 victory against Galatasaray, which I'm really happy with, just to get off the Champions League on a positive note. And then we had 2 4-1 victories against Southampton, one in the Premier League and the other in the Capital One Cup third round. We had a really disappointing loss against Liverpool in a game we controlled and we should have won. We should have put the chances away. The players were pretty tired in that game, and we just wasn't ourselves at all. We went on a little winning streak. We beat CSKA Moscow 2-1. Then we had the 2-1 victory against West Brom in the Premier League. A really good win against West Ham, 5-2, obviously against rivals, which is really good. 2-0 victory against Celtic, 3-0 against Cardiff, and in the 3 games, Lewandowski scored an hat-trick, scored one against Celtic, and then he scored a brace against Cardiff. And then we had a pretty close game against Reading. We got an injury, and we had a few things go against us, but it was actually a decent win. For how bad we played. And then we had 2 terrible defeats, and not so bad against Celtic, but against Crystal Palace I was just really unhappy with that, and we dominated the game, as I recall anyway. I'm sure we did. Let's have a look. We had 55% of the possession, more shots, and we just weren't clinical at all, and no excuses, but bringing Aspilicueta back into the team after his long injury, it seemed to ruin the shape of the team. Ivanovic were playing good in that position, and as soon as we brought him into it, we suffered these losses which we shouldn't have. And then we had a 0-0 draw against Swansea. Wasn't happy with that. We should have won it, but we had a 3-2 victory against Sunderland. Went 3-0 ahead, and then they scored 2 goals really late in the second half, like in the 89th and the 90th minute, but we won the game. So if we get a draw or a win against Galatasaray, I think we're through to the knockout stages, so I'll be happy with that. Just having a little look at the squad. This is the team we're going to play against Galatasaray. But the players what have impressed me so far is Lewandowski. He's played really good for us. Coming into the team and scoring goals, which I've been really happy with. He's got 9 from 12 in the Premier League, and he's got 12 from 18 overall. Sanchez has been playing really good. Lampard has sort of dipped a little bit in the last few games, but early on in the season, he was playing amazing. Really unhappy with Peter Cech. He's been making really stupid mistakes, and it's cost us in a few games, to be honest. So hopefully we can get the win against Galatasaray and just get some decent form going. I'll show you the Premier League table after this game. I'm sorry if I sound a bit off. I've got a really sore throat. Let Steve Holland do the individual talks. So Mata to Teric to save some time that way. I'll normally do it myself. So hopefully get a victory here and win the group as well. I'd like to do that. Sanchez on the ball to Barami, who hasn't been playing too well actually. Mata towards Lewandowski. Sanchez with a follow up to make it 1-0 in the 7th minute, which I'm really happy with. So hopefully there's a few goals in this game, because we normally start off really good, and then towards the end of the game we seem to slow down a little bit. So I might have to do something about that myself. Tactic wise, I don't know. Or it might be something just to do with the players or the training. Terry on the ball. Terrible pass there. Don't know where we're passing it to. So Snyder and Drogba are dangerous, so we need to be careful there. John Terry tripped Drogba. Hopefully this is not anything serious. But he gets off with a warning. Mello passes it back. It's good they're passing it back, so it shows that they ain't got that much room to do anything. Matt on the ball now. Gets it towards Sanchez. Sanchez is always dangerous. He's always dangerous as soon as he gets the ball. Quater gets forward with a great goal. Amazing goal. To make it 2-0. So only 18 minutes gone. Check towards Lampard. Check again. I reckon he should have got that. Throw in from Aspilicueta towards Lewandowski. It's a penalty. I'm pretty sure Lampard will slot this away. Here he goes. Smash to the left hand corner. Really happy with that. To make it 3-1. Lampard scored quite a few goals this season, which he normally does anyway from midfield. Very dangerous. Let's go to another throw in. Another penalty towards. That's pretty crazy. So Lampard again puts it in the same corner and scores another goal to make it 4-1. Right, well, before half time. Right, Drogba on the ball. Right, Mata. Gonna get a decent cross in. 5-1. We're turning them over here. A bit like the West Ham game. Right, I'm going to fetch on a few players, I reckon. Or a couple of players. 1 or 2. Going to take Lampard off. Give him a rest because he's actually been pretty tired recently. Yeah, I'll just bring Lampard on. Yeah, I think as I was saying, in the other video, I didn't really like the changes they made to, Football Manager this year. Initially, anyway. But so far, playing it even more, I'm actually pretty happy with it. I still wish it were a bit more like, the previous Football Managers. But the way I've got to look at it, and I reckon a few people's got to look at it, is that over the years they've changed the game, for the better, for sure. It's a lot more realistic. But I think they've changed it tactically. so that say the novice players, they sort of can understand it a little bit more, and it doesn't, stop them from playing it, because obviously, they can't rely on all the old Football Manager players. They've got to get new people into the game. But I'm actually enjoying it. It's really good. Right, Cole gets it away. That corner kick, Mata. Yeah, Galatasaray seems to be being linked with quite a few players so far. I think they're going to be getting Sagna. I think that's his name, from Arsenal. It'd be a good signing for them. Moscow are beating Celtic in the group. Yeah, we do seem to concede goals pretty late on. That's one thing I've noticed. So we need to change that. Start strong and finish strong. Snyder with a shot. That's to make it 5-2. I remember years ago Chelsea beat Galatasaray. I think it were 5-0 or 5-1. I remember Zola had done like a step over before he scored, and we actually beat him 5-0, 5-1 in their home ground. And a lot of English teams don't like going over to Turkey because they say it's really intimidating. And obviously, quite a lot of bad things have happened in recent years, which is unfortunate, to the fans and everything. Anyway, it's 5-2 victory. So at top of the table in the the group stage, got 12 points from 5 games. Looks like we've qualified, obviously. And I'll show you the league table in Premier League. Yeah, we're qualified for the first knockout round. And the league table in the Premier League, from 12, we've won 8, drawn 1 and lost 3. 25 points. Man United at sitting top of the table with 31. Only drawn 1, lost 1 and won 10. So we need to improve our form in certain games. And, we're against Man United. In fact, we're against Arsenal next. Let's look at fixtures. So we've got Arsenal, Fulham and Man City in the next 3 games, all of them important games. 2 derbies and 1 top of the table sort of clash. So thanks for watching this game, guys. Hopefully enjoyed it. If you're doing a save, let me know and I'll watch your videos. And take care.